Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going casual. We're just gonna relax, guys. I don't really feel like being extra informative. I actually started watching like really old OG YouTuber videos. So not only were they the beginning of YouTube beauty gurus, but like I went back 8 years and then I remembered, hey, didn't like we have old hype products, and didn't I do this video already? Let's add to the list. So I'm going to be talking about some old hyped products from way back in the YouTube days, some a little older than others, but definitely in the makeup history books. So if that sounds like an interesting video idea to you, I hope you decide to stay tuned. I forgot where I put my list. Starting off at number 1, I've already mentioned this, was it my last video or the one before that, but do you guys remember when we didn't have contour products, but all these freelancers started talking about like, okay, you need to sculpt your face because that's what we do. And we're like, cool guys, but like what do you use because you don't see it at Walmart? Well, what we did was we used the Taupe blush from NYX or the MAC blush in Blunt. Remember those? Yeah. I know. I mean, it was a weird time. What can I say? You could have mixed both and probably came out with something pretty fabulous, but that was contour at the time. Or if you wanted to do cream, you just bought a darker foundation. Remember those days too? But the star of the show definitely has to be those 2 blushes that we used as sculpting products because we didn't have any other choice. Next. Oh, I don't have a specific shade, but this one like popped in my head. OCC Lip Tars. Where the heck have they gone? I don't even remember when they fell like off the high horse. It's like they just disappeared all of a sudden. Did they go out of business? I really didn't research into it. I just thought of these products and now I'm talking about them, but they were like the thick pigmented lip colors. It was like lipstick and lip gloss and glue at the same time. I never owned one, but I did swatch them at Sephora, and for some reason they always put it near the cash register, especially like those bundles that they would do. But OCC Lip Tars, people used to collect them all the time. Those of you that did own them, what are your thoughts on it? Like when you think about it now, what's the closest relative on the market today? I'd like to know. Number 3 on the list, lit glitter. I know guys, I know. I just like popped an image in your head of these acrylic things. Were they stackable? I think they were. Little tiny clear containers filled with glitter, and then you could buy the glitter glue on the side. But I can vividly see the logo on the sticker that they put on the actual product. Yeah guys, that's a chicken. One of the chickens isn't feeling too well, and I'm keeping a close eye on him, and he's right outside my window. Yes, it's a he, it's a rooster. Yep. So if you hear him, just know that he is just making sure that I remember he's there. Lost my damn train of thought. Lit. I've never owned them, but I vividly remember when pigment and glitters in small containers was one of the things you collected. And so I'm just envisioning all of the makeup collections that I used to watch and seeing just a plethora, the variety, the whole 9 yards of lit glitter. I know this is going to be a little controversial, but we are visiting the past. So KVD, I'm just going to say it that way, but the Shade and Light palette, it was all mattes, eyeshadow, contour, brightening powder, all in one black packaging, and it was all the craze. And I never got to own the palette, but I really wanted it. But it was kind of like in the time where we were really practicing the transition crease, deepening the outer corner, and really understanding the concept of like color theory when it comes to blending eyeshadow. And I think that was kind of like the perfect everyday palette to practice those things along with sculpting, along with highlighting. It was a legit palette. And piggyback off of that product, we're gonna move on to the next one, which is still a KVD product, but it's a liquid lipstick. Everyone say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Lolita. I actually own Lolita, and I think the other one was Bows and Arrows. But dang, Lolita, when that came out, sweet Jesus, did KVD make her some money. Number one, it was a liquid lipstick, and this was kind of getting at that peak of it's all about the matte lip. Stack on top of that, the popularity of this shade itself was astronomically brilliant. When I think about it, I don't even know if I can specifically pinpoint a product, a lip product quite like that had that kind of recognition. You know, you say Lolita, people know what you're talking about. I don't think anyone can touch the kind of status Lolita had as a liquid lipstick. Foundation, this is L'Oreal True Match, and at the time I think drugstore, with the exception of maybe MAC's Studio Fix foundation, a lot of us ended up just using drugstore foundation, and True Match was one of those that many people across the board would recommend, and I still think it's a great foundation. I actually have it on my current not wish list, but like save for later, because I will end up getting it again. It's such a good foundation. The thing with True Matches is that the color range isn't that great, so I ended up having to mix colors together to get something that's close to my complexion, but as a foundation formula, it is beautiful. Revlon Lip Butters, yeah. I used to collect these suckers, and they are so comfortable. I'm just thinking back at it, like it was so good. My favorite shade, the one that I kept in my purse at all times, I always had the one in my room and then the one in my bag, and it was in Truffle. I loved that formula. So I think if you go back to my old collections, you'll see I didn't have everything, but I definitely had more than I needed. Yeah, so it's the case with everything else, Annabelle. Let's talk a little bit about MAC, and then we can close out this video, starting off with Soft and Gentle. That was the original highlighter. Fight me on it, because you can't do it. I think the only downside to Soft and Gentle right now is that they've kind of kept those little specks of glitter that's baked into the actual product. I'm not a big fan of that, but the shade itself, that kind of champagne-y color, is where it all started, guys. Again, fight me on it. I was still in college when Soft and Gentle came out. The old days of YouTube, the beginning part of YouTube. I'm not really sure when we got into the necessity of highlighting, but Soft and Gentle had already had its place. And lastly is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Do you remember when that thing popped on the market? It used to just be, I think it's the select cover that was in the squeezy tube, and then it was the pot, the Studio Fix, and then Pro Longwear came out. I was hot on that concealer. I hated its packaging because I always pumped out more than I needed, but dang, was that a concealer. Full coverage, it dried down matte, it wasn't going anywhere. Some people, no, I'm not gonna say some, quite a few people actually bought the concealer to use as foundation because that's how locked in place it would be on your face. Now we have so many concealers on the market, and it's kind of like we can always find the equivalent to something else, but when we look back to when Pro Longwear came out, there wasn't really anything quite like it. And so it was a special time, and for someone like me who has oily skin, who sweats a lot, I kind of need really good long wearing, and this was a time of like, oh my gosh, this is long wearing. I needed that, and so it was great to know that I had a product that if I put it on, it ain't going anywhere. Oh my gosh, Pro Longwear, that's so long ago. Oh my gosh, my hair is sticking out. Sweet Jesus, why don't y'all tell me that? this is what I get for not really checking the monitor before I film. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I had a great time reminiscing about these OG products. It's just nice, you know, to see the evolution. I think we've kind of become so overwhelmed with what's new that we forget what has been. And so it's nice to look back and go back this far and see kind of where makeup has come to. So, and I know that I can come up with a lot more products, so maybe in another year, because that's when my last video was. Anyways, if you guys like this makeup look, be sure to check me out on Instagram. There I post a photo of all my makeup looks along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.